Let's get a pilot's view on flying cars. I've got a pilot here, and my name's Liam. Look, today we're speaking about the electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles, or you can call them eVTOLs. We have two major players, both Archer and Joby. Mark, you're the pilot. What's your view on flying cars?
I'm glad you asked me that, Liam. For the last few years, you keep seeing these companies and they keep referencing flying cars. They're not flying cars, they're flying craft. But what will happen is in the next few years, I believe you're going to see these flying craft becoming more and more available to the public, to where anybody in the public will be able to go into a dealership, buy one of these flying craft, and they will be able to pretty much get in it close to their home, if not on their home and at their own property, and hit a button and take off. And that flying craft is going to take off vertically and take you to your destination and land vertically.
Mark, how hard are these craft going to be to fly? Look, you are a private pilot. Are you going to need a pilot license, or where could you see this industry going?
I think in 5 years, you are probably not going to need to have a pilot's license to own one of these craft and get in it, and it'll fly autonomously for you.
So really, it's going to be like, I don't know, the Tesla of the skies, full self-driving. Yeah, we did get a bit of news the last day about Tesla dabbling into eVTOL pictures. Could you ever see Tesla joining this whole race?
If Tesla got involved, it would be a disruptor. Very much so, yes. I do believe Tesla will eventually get involved.
And guys, any of you that don't know, we focus on the electric vertical takeoff and landing industry. So there are two major players. There's Archer with a market cap for around 7.6 billion. Look, they do have great partnerships with the likes of Stellantis. We have United Airlines in there. We then also have Joby, who are that little bit further ahead in the certification race. Look, this whole industry at the moment is a battle for certification. Joby's market cap sits at around 15.6 billion. They're tied in with the likes of Delta Airlines, and then we have Toyota, a major auto manufacturer. Mark, what is your view around this whole air taxi space, or could you see it going more personalized going forward?
I think it'll go both. I think that in the next year, when you start seeing Tesla's full self-driving car capability come online, and the masses can see that, when you're to where your grandma who cannot drive anymore now has mobility, and when you're when you have to have you've got a child, but you're at work, but your child has to get delivered to soccer practice, you can just order a self-driving car to come pick up that child, because you wouldn't have done it with an Uber prior, because you don't trust your child with a driver who is a stranger. That all of that is going to start changing the narrative for people getting comfortable being in self-driving cars. And that is immediately, as soon as that happens, they're going to start asking the questions: when can I have my own self-driving flying vehicle, or my own self-flying vehicle?
Look, it's been talk ever since, I'd say, the 1940s. They thought this whole 2020 era is going to be the era of the flying cars. We've had Kathy Wood come out and say, you'll see on the Martian space, once they get to Mars, it'll all be either deep in the ground or be traveling through air. You won't get many roads. So we could see it going that whole way. Guys, would you fly in a flying car? Would you own your own? Me personally, look, I'd love to have it. Archer going around saying they can take 30 to 45 minute trips all the way down to 10 to 15 minutes. Who would not want one of these? But Mark, what do you think the future will look like in the next 5 to 10 years?
I'm going to make the bold statement, Liam. I think the future is in 5 to 10 years, a lot of people are not going to own vehicles anymore, because they will have their own mobility through self-driving cars and self-flying craft. For example, you can be in Savannah, Georgia, and you want to get to a football game in Atlanta, Georgia. It is a 5-hour drive, or it's a hour and 20-minute flight, you are going to you're going to get on your app. A self-driving car is going to pick you up. It's going to take you to a vertiport. At that vertiport, you're going to basically get into a autonomous flying craft. That craft is going to fly you to Atlanta. It's just going to land you vertically, and you're immediately going to walk to the football game.
Guys, Joby and Archer fill in the gap of urban mobility. We're speaking around 50 miles. Then we have regional flights. That's been covered by Harvard, 400 to 800 miles? But there is a gap there, or is there? Mark, what's the next thing in the industry?
Another bold statement that I want to make here is I think there is an enormous gap in this industry in its smaller, privatized VTOL aircraft.
You're speaking about VTOL aircraft. What is a VTOL aircraft?
Well, it's a vertical takeoff and landing craft. So think helicopter and airplane all packaged into one.
And would this be fully electric? Would it be hybrid? And guys, when we say hybrid, we mean your conventional fuel and electric, or is this going to be fully electric?
I think in the next 5 years, hybrid is the most logical step to go, even though Joby and Archer are currently certifying all electric. Hover is doing a hybrid package system. And until battery density gets to the level where it can compete with fuel, it will be hybrid is the best way to go.
No, most people call these flying cars. We're calling them here flying craft. How hard is it for someone to go out and build one of these at the moment? Or are we still miles off the case?
I'm just going to smile at that one. I think if you get a group of engineers together with a vision and basically the will, it would not be difficult at all. The technology is all at our fingertips right now. You simply just need to package it all together.
Look, there's different designs out there. We have the tilt rotor design with the likes of Archer and Joby. You have the in-wing fan design with Horizon. Does the personal eVTOL fit the bill in either tilt wing design or tilt rotor design, or would you be going for more of a fan lift?
Personally, I think a ducted fan buried in the structure of the aircraft, whether it be in the wing or in the fuselage, in some form of package where it can be completely closed up, similar to like what Hover is doing, is going to be would be better, especially as you start sizing these craft down to 2 to 4 people.
Guys, is this something you'd invest in? Something like your own personal eVTOL? Do jump into the comments. Do let us know. And if you want to speak to Mark, make sure to check out this video where we live stream every week.